Latest offerings from AltPods, which are going to be the v3.8s. As you guys know, the v3.8, like if you're on the Discord, I'll be dropping a link down to it in the description. Be sure to check our Discord out. We discuss replicas of AirPods and everything. We've got a friendly staff, of course. It's not like we're doing something else. It's like this. It's like a friendly community. We're interested in this, and if you're interested in these as well, it's a perfect place for you to hang out and making new friends, I guess. So moving on, we're gonna be unboxing these. So I've been using these for a week now almost, or actually not even a week, actually 3 to 4 days to be specific, but I feel like I've got a perfect overview of what you would expect from what you would expect them from on a day-to-day basis. So popping up over the box, you see the Apple booklets. We've got everything. It's basically one-to-one. Everything from inside to outside matches up, lines up, and then we've got everything is just pretty much one-to-one, I guess. Just gonna pop these in real quick. Then we're gonna move on to we're gonna just put the paws to the sides for a second, and we're gonna just take off this plastic fragment. As you can see inside, we've got our charging cable. Although I don't recommend using them, even though they might be good or something, but I don't know. But I wouldn't recommend using any of the cables that come with these reps, USB-C, as you can see. But I wouldn't recommend using them, honestly. If you ask me, like really, my opinion on if I would actually use these, I would say no. I would rather go out and buy an extra one from Amazon or something. $8, pretty cheap, MFI certified. At least it won't blow up your house. So that's that. Then we got our ear tips. So the ear tips are, let's get to zoom in real quick. Come on. All right. So we've got the ear tips themselves. Good enough, I guess. Get the job done. I'm just gonna put them aside. They come installed with 3 tips, of course. Now onto the actual pods themselves. So the pods. So let's let's pop the buds out of the case. Inside, all right. Lightning port on the bottom. Alrighty. Onto the pods themselves. We've got pods that look good enough, of course. Let's just get these off somehow. Oops. Wow, okay, they seem, they're tight. Okay, I'm just gonna try and twist them off. Hello? Yeah, alright. They're very tightly on, but they do come off. So no need to worry about that. And as you guys can see, same like the originals. Perfect. And here we've got it as well. And then on here, same thing. I'm not gonna have to go to the process again. A bit of a pain in the ass, but in the end it gets off and you can replace the ear tips quite easily. So yeah, alright, on here it's metal, of course, like the real ones. Metal here as well. I mean, this is something you would have to hold in your hand to actually tell out what it is, and not rather see it on a video or something. Because trust me, stickers and metal vents look really same if you look them on a picture on a video. That's that. And now we're gonna have to go on to the bring in Sound Plus. We are using Sound Plus today for as our testing device. So it's running iOS 13.5.1, the latest version available. And now we're gonna just connect them as normal. Wi-Fi is turned on, Bluetooth is turned on. Go over to Bluetooth on, flip open the case, the pop right up. Launch your AirPod Pros, connect, and press and hold the button. By the way, the button is like really it's similar to the real ones, like, you know, it has that soft click to it rather than a loud click. Like I did click the button and like was holding it for the whole connection process, but I'm pretty sure you guys didn't even hear the button click. I'm just gonna, it has all the, like, you know, the real pop-up menus. I'm just gonna skip through this one. And all right, let's check out the sound quality. By the way, these do have the real battery display, like, you know, it's not like, you know, the buggy ones like we used to have. Like the battery display levels aren't burnt. In fact, I can prove it to you right now. I've got a power bank right here. Let me just connect that somehow. And pods the case. All right, as you can see, it updates, charging, it even shows up, which is pretty good. So did we finally manage to fix the battery levels? I guess, since I've tried these on two different phones. I've tried it on a iPhone XS running the latest version of iOS, and an iPhone 6s running iOS 14 beta, and on this phone, the 7 Plus, running iOS 13.5.1. So let's get down to the sound quality now. Also, by the way, let me show you some stuff real quick. Inside settings, you can toggle to transparency mode. That actually works. You can do an ear for tip test, and that actually does work. So ear for tip test, continue. It'll play a music or sound of some sort. For some reason, it detected that as a good setting. All right, let me just do that again. If not, I've been okay. As you can see, it says adjust or try a different ear tip. Alrighty. So let me just do it again for consistency, and exactly. Now I'm just pop them into my ear real quick. All right, they're in my ear right now. Ear for tip test. Continue. Play. Perfect. That's it, I guess. So now we're gonna just. By the way, these do have the real, you know, similar to the retail in-ear sensor. Like it's a light sensor instead of a touch-sensitive sensor. Those ones were like buggy as hell, and like, you know, they would just not work as good. But these ones are pretty damn nice, to be honest. Like they work really well. Anyhow, now we're gonna play some music, and let's see. You're gonna learn by Eminem and Rise to 5'9" and White Girl. If you guys haven't listened to Music to Be Murdered by Eminem, you guys need to, because it is so good. Like, you know, it's pretty amazing. All right. I guess you guys can hear the music playing through, and they sound like really nice in my opinion. Like, you know, the loudness is there, the bass is there. Like it's not over bassy basically. And the vocals are clear, like you can hear what the person's saying. So would I say they're good for rap and hip hop? And maybe, I guess sound quality is like really subjective. You can't just say that, you know, like sound quality is good, because everyone just has their own opinion of what sound quality is good for them. All right, it does have transparency, and the transparency does work on this one rather than a fake transparency mode, but you can't really, you know, tell unless you have them in your ear. And if you ask me, you know, like what's the deal, like you're asking me, like, look, you're like in the comments and you're typing, and like, so how's the transparency? Like, what would you say? Will you like, you know, recommend me to go buy them just for the transparency mode? I would say no, not just for the transparency. You would buy it as a whole package, because as a whole package, these are like literally one of the, you know, the best offerings you can get on the market right now. The v3.9, sorry, the v3.8, and yeah, I mean, they sound good enough, they work good enough, of course. So right now I'm hearing everything you guys are saying, which is pretty amazing if you ask me. So yeah, the thing is that the voice does echo back a bit. Like, you know, it doesn't like right now, as I'm talking, I can hear myself, and music up like literally half the way. I've used it in about like 5 to 6 situations now, and it worked pretty well if you ask me. Yes, I did have a bit of a problem, like, hearing my own voice, but it's fine, I guess. Compared to retails, I would say 6 out of 10. Like, they're good enough. Like, don't get me wrong, like, but still, I'd say there's room for improvement. They can make it better, and yeah, I guess. So props to them for actually, like, managing to copy the feature. Actually, that's the main thing. So now I'm gonna show you a cool little trick that these ones have up their sleeve. Let me just pop this back in, and on to the next section. So I've got my MacBook right here, and I'm gonna show you guys a cool little trick that these ones can do. So AirPods right here. I'm just gonna bring up the Bluetooth settings on these guys. I'm just gonna turn on Bluetooth preferences, my bad. I'm gonna pop open the case real quick. Case pops open. Wally's AirPods Pro. Connect, and just like that, they connect without any problems, which is amazing. Like, the previous ones had an issue with Mac support. You had to, like, do a certain thing to get it working, and I'm pretty, like, happy that now you don't have to, like, go through all the trouble. Just make sure, like, if you're having an issue with them, let me just get the camera really quick. If you're having an issue with them, just go to sound and make sure you have these selected. All right, back on here, same music. You're gonna learn. Where's the 5 black? Let's play them. All right. Works the same. This is pretty much amazing. Like, the fact that these have Mac support, like, that's one of the best things, I'd say. So now, what else do we have here that we can cover? I'd say pretty much that's it. Like, these are one of the best ones you can get in the market right now. And yeah, talking about AltPods just themselves, AltPods themselves are, why they're expensive is, like, partial reason that they're expensive is that I'm in direct talks with, like, the owner themselves. By the way, again, this is not a paid video. I paid for the products, and I actually bought them solely for the purpose of reviewing and to replace my old Troy pair that just died somehow. And that was my own mistake, by the way, not something to blame Troy for. I dropped them twice, and the pods won't charge, but that's not Troy's issue, actually. That's my fault. Anyhow, moving on. As I was saying, why would you actually go for AltPods? I mean, as you can see, they say, why choose us? And, like, they've got a knowledgeable customer service, and they ship from Europe, and, like, additional quality control. So quality control is one of the main points the owner themselves stress on, because they say, like, when you order from Alibaba, like, you have a chance of getting a faulty product. Like, that's a common issue we all buyers know that exists. So I'm not like, playing the blame game here. I'm not trying to favor AltPods, but the thing is that if they claim additional quality control just for some extra money, I guess I would probably pay them. Maybe, I'm not really sure, but I did actually for the purpose of reviewing. But as a customer, I would maybe, like, lean towards them, since they do say that they offer better quality control as compared to other sellers. That's a claim that I can maybe get behind, since these are, like, I'm not seeing any issues with them. They are as they claim and work pretty well. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I'm gonna be dropping down my referral code that you can use to get 5% off of your total cart. They're offering free shipping right now. And yeah, that's gonna be it, guys, for this video. See y'all in the next one, and the next one is gonna be the v3.5s. These are the pros, v3.8. We're gonna be doing the v2.5s soon enough. Right, everybody, stay tuned. Peace. Also, guys, I would also recommend you guys to join our Discord server. I'll be dropping down the link in the description, of course. As I said before, we are a friendly community and a server that's, like, just interested in replicas in general, like, specifically AirPods. So if you guys want to come out and hang out with us, you'll be updated with the latest and the newest, copies that come out. And yeah, I guess that's it. All right, see you all in the next one.